All right, this is DJ REM live on Rock Addict Radio and Metal Devastation Radio, and I am pleased to introduce the guys from the band Blue Felix are on the line. How you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad, man. What's up?
Just, stoked to talk to you guys again. You guys rock. The new album is amazing. Thank you for sending it to me. I very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and your spots in the band, and then the members that are not with us tonight, if you don't mind.
All right. I'm Reverend John Wheeler. I play bass and do all the screaming.
I'm Exhale. I play guitar.
My name's Anthony. I play drums.
And then our other guitarist, Snappy, and our singer, Toxic, and keyboardist, Wildlot are not here right now, but got half of us.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening. And please tell the other guys in the band that we said hello.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So let's start with what is going on with you guys right now, because I know you guys are kind of in the middle of a tour right now, right?
Yeah. We're sitting in a desolate parking lot in Texas because apparently in Austin there's a fairly large music festival going on right now, so we thought we would, play that for fun.
What's the name of the festival?
South by Southwest.
Okay, very cool.
I never heard of it, but it's a big deal.
What kind of crowd does it bring?
It's pretty big. Usually about the same as like Sturgis. It's a huge thing with several venues that goes over the course of a week, and as far as I know, usually I think it's like 250,000, 300,000 people.
Yeah.
Well, that's some good exposure, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. We're doing a showcase tomorrow down at the Dirty Dog in Austin with it'll be us and the guys opening for us on this tour, Righteous Vendetta, and we're going to be playing with our boys from Psycho Stick and Head PE and Smile Empty Soul, and it's a free show. So first come, first serve. Anybody out there is in Austin listening to Michigan?
Hell yeah, can't beat free show,
Yeah, exactly. Especially good bands too,
Exactly, definitely. So I have to ask you about the album because I love the cover artwork on it. Who designed that for you guys?
Yeah, this guy Jamali, he actually is he's the same guy that designed the cover for Sample of a Solution, our last record too, with the Lady Liberty on the cross. He's this guy out of Indonesia that he just does crazy album artwork for bands. That's pretty much all he does, and we got some images from him that he made for us, and the interesting thing was about a year ago, he kind of just disappeared off social media and disappeared off the face of the earth, and we haven't been able to find him since. So if anybody ever comes across a gnarly artist from Indonesia named Jamali, send him towards Blue Felix, please.
It's a good thing you guys got the art before he disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the new album, Source of Power, when did this come out?
Well, this hasn't yet.
Yeah, it hasn't yet.
Well, see, I feel extra special now.
Well, we did 100 pre-sales just for some really diehard fans, and then we left about a week ago on this tour. This is pretty much the first tour of the new record, the Power and Pain tour, and we've been selling the record, hard copies on the road. Probably won't be available digitally or online until at least April. I don't want to say for sure a date yet, but definitely if you want one anytime in March, you're going to have to come out to a tour date here and find us. But for all the people in Michigan, Saturday, March 22nd, we're going to be at Machine Shop with Smile Empty Soul and Head PE, part of the Machine Shop 12-year anniversary. So that'll be huge. So get your tickets now. It'll definitely sell out.
Yeah, Machine Shop, that's a great place. Everybody likes to play there, so very cool.
Oh, absolutely. One of our favorites.
Oh, it's lots of fun.
So another question about the album, where did you guys record this at, and what did you, what producer did you use?
It was actually produced by Matt Dalton out of 37 Studios, and he's in Detroit. Matt's just so good with producing. He really had a lot of great ideas, and really, I thought, as a producer, got the best out of Blue Felix with every take, but really, I think, pushed us to the limits of where we thought we could go musically and possibly even beyond.
He's also very handsome.
Very handsome. He's a very handsome devil.
Cute man, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and No, Matt's awesome. He also runs Dirt Fest out of Michigan. A lot of people know that. It's a great festival they do out there in Birch Run every year. But yeah, so he produced the record, and then we sent it to another guy, Joel Wanasek, in Milwaukee to mix and master, and Joel did a great job too, and really kind of took what Matt did and brought everything together on a mix level, and you know, we're really stoked about it.
Yeah, and I tell you, it sounds really good in my car.
Nice. That's the ultimate goal, you know. You go in the studio and you listen to it through multi-$1,000 pairs of monitors, and it always sounds great. But at the end of the day, 99% of people listen to it out of their Toyota.
Oh, it sounds great in my Prius.
Absolutely.
So far, Existence is my favorite track. What's that track? What's the behind the scenes deal with that song?
According to our singer, it is about how our existence is a business, as is stated in the chorus, where the shadowy people that sort of, you know, have all the money and benefit from everything are sort of using us like chattel, basically. Like, our existence is their business, basically, and we just generate money for these horrifying people at the top of the pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like real life. Go figure.
Oh, that song's about life.
Oh, really?
And then the other track I want to talk about before I move on is I also really like Bloodshot, and the I don't know, like the clips or the intro to that song. Where did you guys find that stuff at?
That's that chick, that prostitute lady that murdered people.
Yeah, her name was Eileen Warnoff. She was a prostitute / serial killer, and I think she got executed.
Oh, yes, yeah, she was.
She's dead for sure, yeah.
She's dead. She was from Florida, and actually a lot of what you heard was actually just part of an interview that she gave the night before she was executed in Florida. So pretty much what you're hearing was her last will and testament verbally.
Well, and and even from the last album, I noticed you guys like to use a lot of the little sound clips and stuff. What's the driving force with that for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's kind of just definitely Wabot, but also, you know, Blue Felix is, it's derived from the hit of LSD, and I think that we've always sort of wanted to take the music on that same roller coaster ride of the ups and the downs, and I think that the samples are something that kind of have weaved their way in there and intertwined themselves into the music and made it, taking what in a lot of ways might have been a more conventional song and just made it more psychedelic and more out there and made people move their brains in one direction or another that they maybe wouldn't have had it not been there.
Okay, very cool. I have to tell you also, I cannot do a radio show without every single show, somebody requests Middlefinger Up. Always.
Nice. That's the anthem, man, for sure.
Yeah, that song's awesome. And the video is so cool.
Yeah, the video was great, too.
So, you guys...
we had a hell of a time making that.
I bet you did. Looks like a fun time for sure.
It existed back in the days of Beavis and Butthead. It's something they would have loved. That's
Yes.
what I always thought about it.
I agree. I know that show very well.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you guys have plans for a video for the new album? What track are you guys looking at?
We did In the Mirror, and there's a video actually just totally done. I do video stuff, and I've made music videos for other bands and all that, like for actual money on occasion, and that's kind of neat. But I decided that because I'm in this band, you know, it's part of this thing I'm involved with that we're really trying to like get people excited about. Just green screen the whole thing, and I was doing stuff experimentally in it that I wasn't really sure were going to work or not, and all this stuff. And I was just trying to make it the craziest, most psychedelic, just weird thing that I possibly could. And I think it turned out okay, but you know, we're going to try to like release it a little while after we get back.
Okay, very good. So, how long has Blue Felix been around as a band now?
In some fashion since 2004, but we've been touring heavily since 2009, 2010, and we spent a lot of last year doing the new EP, and definitely stayed out there and did some good shows, but we also kind of took it a little easy, and now this year, you know, this is just the beginning. Just got the new record done March 1st, and now here we are on the road. We're gone all of March. We don't get home until the 29th, and then I'm sure we'll be back out before you know it.
Okay, very good. And are you guys still independent, or are you on a label now?
Nope, still independent. We've got management and booking, but we still believe in doing a lot of things ourselves and taking care of business and not waiting around for people in a suit and tie to not come through on promises.
Well, and that's cool to hear, because I know last time I talked to you guys, that was a big thing, and it sounds like it still is. So, and obviously it's working well for you guys. So why change what works?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't have. Never mind, I won't go into that. I was just going to say some record companies taking your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what money?
Yeah.
Well,
We'll play them for suckers.
Well, some of us can dream and hope that the bands we like and play, actually make money sometimes.
Oh, those hopes and dreams are dead.
Damn it. Fine then.
You can dream. I'm sorry.
So, okay, here's a question for each of you. What kind of influences did you have growing up and even to this day that, make you want to do this kind of thing?
Oh, well, I'll go. I was an awful little goth kid back when I was in high school. I'm gonna date just the hell out of myself here, but I was just way into White Zombie and Rammstein and Marilyn Manson, and the Nine Inch Nails were real big with me. And, so I like a lot of the big popular industrial metal bands that kind of came out of the '90s. And since then I've kind of dug down into more obscure things. My old band would tour with Mindless Self-Indulgence, so it's, bands that mix a lot of sound together, and bands that have a ridiculous live show, whether they're just total a-holes or whether there's fire, there's something and destruction. I've always been way into that, and now even into my old age, I really enjoy being in this band that they kind of follow suit with that a bit.
For me, I grew up on a lot of thrash metal. Slayer, Megadeth, Flotsam and Jetsam, stuff like that. But also a lot of classic rock stuff, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, a lot of real psychedelic. And then, obviously some of the newer, heavier stuff I'm into for sure. I love what Lamb of God is doing, and Machine Head. I'm a metal kid.
I was definitely a metal kid myself. Classic, troubled, angry, pissed off teenager, and then still am. A lot of Slipknot, Pantera, Lamb of God, Shadows Fall, After the Burial, just shit like that. Just, I guess, more straightforward metal for me. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. I didn't miss anybody today.
Nope.
Okay. No. 3. There's 3. I got to remember 3, see?
Yeah.
The other 27 guys in this band are here.
Yeah. Well, you got half of us. You got 3 out of 6 ain't bad.
No, I will take it, definitely. So the probably the number one asked question, or one of the, is where'd the name Blue Felix come from for the band?
It was actually a strain of LSD that was at least pretty widely available in Minneapolis in the '90s. It was actually 100-count blotter sheets with little Felix the Cat head stickers, and it was
they're color coded.
Yeah.
By intensity, and there's green Felix, yellow Felix, and they all had sort of a different. I remember this. I wasn't in the band back then, but I'm also of the I'm around singer's age. I also did lots of drugs, so kind of. But there was a yellow Felix, was kind of a milder one. It was just a little picture of him smoking a joint on there, and then green Felix was he was doing something else, and blue Felix was him just with his hands on either side of his head screaming because he was going insane. And that was a pretty good advertisement for what you were about to deal with when you took a bunch of that stuff. So,
Yeah, and I think that's been kind of what the band has morphed into, and where the name kind of derived into the music is. We've tried to create sort of an acid trip with this thing. It's ultimate highs, ultimate lows, ultimate extremes. It's really heavy, but there's a softer side, there's a soulful side,
an introspective side.
Yeah, exactly.
Like any good trip.
Yep.
Very good. So, where is a good place for people to go find out more about Blue Felix? What social networking and websites are you guys using?
we got just actually finally joined the 21st century in 2014, and we actually have a www.bluefelix.com.
And that definitely links to our Facebook page and like our merch site and all that stuff. It's the easiest thing to do is just to go straight to thingyouwannahhearabout.com, and then there's just links to everything on there.
Yeah, I guess the Facebook page is facebook.com/BlueFelixOfficial. It's Blue Felix Official for Twitter and Instagram as well. And like they just said, the main website is bluefelix.com, where you can also find the online merch and all that good shit too.
Yep, online merch is at bluefelix.bigcartel.com.
Right, so all of you guys out there listening, if you can make it to a show, you definitely do that and buy the CD, buy the merch at the show. But if you can't, hit them up online. This is the way they make money to keep touring. So support the band.
Yeah, absolutely. And to reiterate, all the people you got out there in Michigan, if they want to make the drive on the 22nd, get their ticket early. We'll be at Machine Shop with Head PE and Smile with Your Soul.
Yes, and I'll help even after this. I'll kind of help keep pushing that too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I have a festival that I'm doing that same day, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to be in two places at once. But
no, that's cool. Any help you guys can give and any love. I mean, we have so much love for all the people in Michigan. That's our home away from home. Absolutely.
Definitely. So, just a quick question, and I always ask this because I'm just curious to know what everybody else is listening to. So, if I grabbed your iPod, MP3 player, what kind of music would I find you listening to right now?
Got probably a lot of the same stuff that you asked about with the influences, I guess. We're
Queen of the Stone Age has kind of like moved up from a thing that I like to like kind of one of my favorite things now after their last album came out. So I've been like real into that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've definitely been spinning a lot of 80s rock and stuff too. I've been into like Skid Row and Dream Theater and stuff like that lately.
Me. I'm actually into a lot of electronic music lately, and I'd say that within the past probably month and a half, 2 months, I've been on a huge Dr. Dre kick. I listen to a lot of 90s to early 2000s West Coast rap, gangster rap. That shit's awesome.
Oh, I'm so into that.
It's fantastic. I'm all about it.
Dr. Dre's amazing, and Ice Cube and NWA, all that old school stuff.
Oh, it's all just phenomenal music.
Very cool. So, when you guys aren't touring and doing all this other crazy stuff, what do you guys do to relax? You guys have any crazy hobbies you like to do?
Drugs, alcohol.
Well, no, we do that on tour also.
It's kind of the same, yeah. It's the same as shit we do on tour. We drink, we do drugs, we fight people, we fight each other.
Yeah.
We yell loud.
We yell a lot.
There's really no relaxing if you think about it.
No, we leave and then we just sort of
Come to think of it, what does relax even mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like all I do when I'm not doing this band is work on this band, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like, we're off tour. Well, go spend 900 hours editing a crazy music video together. All right, good. By the way, we got to leave for tour again after you're done.
Right.
We spend so much time with what we do with this band, outside of touring, and like John had said, there's so much that goes into it beyond touring that really, really when we have any time left, I think for the most part we're just, we chill at home, we hang out with our families, we all go our separate ways for, a week or 2, 3 weeks, a month. It's, yeah.
So it seems like I was reading on your Facebook or something that the last few days or nights of this tour have been kind of crazy.
To sum that up, we'll give you one example of what happened. Let's say Monday night. We were in Sioux City, Iowa. The smelliest place in the country, probably.
Oh, it smells like a manure truck on fire.
They call it Sewer City.
Sewer City, right. So basically what happened is after playing a blackout drunk show, we stumbled over to the strip club next door to the venue. Not sure what it's called, but I'd say within the first 25 minutes we got kicked out. And then basically everyone that was there with us, including the band, crew, and friends, whatever, spilled back into the bus, drunk, all kinds of fucked up, and basically it became WrestleMania.
We wrestled in this.
Yeah, there was, we were throwing shit to the floor and
stuff got broken.
Yeah, we were breaking shit in the bus, fighting.
Man.
And then somehow after all that, we woke up hungover in Wichita the next day and somehow killed 3 more bottles of Yeg, a full bottle of apple pie moonshine, and then a bottle of Fireball.
Oh my God.
And now we're hungover again in Austin, Texas.
I took a nap, actually. I feel all right.
Yeah.
You guys are insane.
Yeah, we're psychopaths.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff wrong with us. Oh, also, we were in a Walmart parking lot flying a Barbie kite out of the top of our, what looks a lot like a prison bus, because I think that's what it used to be before we found it in the garbage. And so there's just this prison bus sitting in a Walmart parking lot with just like giggling coming out of it with like a Barbie Cinderella like kite just flying out of the top hatch of the.
We smoke
just poured out like a locomotive, and just grown men just sitting there tittering like schoolgirls because the kite was flying.
Well, at least when they get out, at least when we walk outside, though, it's not like we're, tattooed guys with mohawks and dreadlocks. Oh, wait.
Oh, and he's still covered in makeup and puke, and like, just, and stink for days. Oh.
The stink is unbearable.
It tends to smell a little bad in here from time to time.
I tell people at home that the biggest thing that goes underrated that people just take for granted in their daily life that you will seriously love when you get out on tour are shits and showers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are gold.
Gold.
Yeah, finding somewhere to poop is like easily 95% of your time on the road. Like besides like getting drunk, picking fights with strippers at some stinky dump on a Monday night, and playing music, I guess.
So I have
It's just looking for somewhere to drop one. That's it. It's like Minesweeper or something.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in the world. That's it. You have one goal, and that's to find somewhere clean to shit. That's it.
When people ask, like, what's the hardest thing about, going out on the road for like a month, without your family and blah, 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 like not pooping your pants.
Right.
That is the hardest thing about this whole endeavor.
That's it.
And see, I purposely did not ask that question to avoid the answer, and yet I got it anyway, see?
I knew you were thinking it.
You're very welcome for that. There's more where that came from, too.
No doubt in my
Yeah,
mind.
there's a lot more.
So I have to ask, what do you have to do to get kicked out of the strip club?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of cities.
Yeah, you basically, you go in, you talk to how other their females are there, and
Directly to them.
directly to their faces, and basically just show up as drunk as we did, and that's all it really takes. And before you know it, you're back in their own butts fighting each other.
Yeah, it really turns out just like strip clubs frown on just people just being blackout drunk, angrily yelling at the strippers. I mean, that that doesn't really sit with them super great, and they'll ask you to leave.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. So, speaking of crazy, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a live show you've done?
I don't think we should talk about that.
Fair enough.
Hey, well, so, since I talked to you since I did that last interview with you, we did do a show in Toledo where our singer Toxic, he was actually hanging upside down from the rafters, and he went to flip back down, and he actually broke his leg. He snapped both bones. The tib fifth both had to get carried out on a stretcher, but he sat there on his back with completely snapped, broken legs and still did middle finger up, and then literally left on a stretcher in front of all the kids. left in an ambulance. So, I felt like we got a little bit of metal street cred there just for the fact that he did do middle finger up, laying on his back with his microphone, both bones completely snapped, borderline probably going into shock.
Oh, he would have been going into shock hard after not very long.
Yeah. Oh, he was shaking.
Oh yeah, before that song even got going, his body was already about ready to just like hit the eject button on his brain.
Yeah, just all kinds of crazy stuff. We did a show a couple of years ago too in New Jersey where our singer Toxic, he kept trying to get my attention for the first 2 or 3 songs, and I wasn't sure what he was talking about, and finally he got up on his light box, and I was standing right behind him on the drum riser, and he bent over, and I realized that he had ripped his pants all the way from literally the belt line all the way down to the end of the seam of the pants, and it was we'll just say in a period of his life where he was not thrilled with underwear every day. So he just happened to be free balling, and I got the mid-set view of the front and back door.
Lucky you.
Old man coat scrotum and hanging in the wind.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something new every night. Every night on stage is just you know, to sort of expand on what John said, every night on stage is just a battle of, you know, not defecating yourself.
I'm surprised that we don't get somebody doesn't get carried on a stretcher like more often, because like we have just the judgment of like a 5-year-old kid, except like give him a bank account and a driver's license and then tell him to just like go play metal for like no money for a while and see what happens. Like that's that's sort of where we sit on both the moral compass and the vetting out which are good ideas and which are great ideas that might just go wrong.
Well, you know, you just got to try stuff, whatever happens.
There's no bad ideas.
Absolutely.
Okay, so is there anything else that you want to mention about Blue Felix? Anything I haven't asked you guys that you want to make sure everybody knows?
You know, just definitely throw some love to our all of our sponsors. We just got Cold Cock Whiskey. They're promoting the Power and Pain tour. We're meeting those guys tomorrow at South by Southwest here, and you know, definitely everybody else that we got on hook: Capital Guitars, and Fractal Audio, and Los Cabos drumsticks, EMG pickups,
DR strings.
DR strings. Yeah, we just picked up DR strings too. So yeah, you know, just mad love to them and all the fans and everybody that's supported us and helped us get to where we are today. The dumpy parking lot now.
Yeah, here we are.
This is what it's become.
Eating tacos and drinking warm beer at 7 in the afternoon.
Yep.
Hey, but you're talking to me in Michigan, man. It's all good.
That's
All that is. Exactly.
All right. Well, seriously though, I do want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your parking lot adventure to call in and do the interview. I do very much appreciate it. And
Yeah, absolutely.
just so you guys know, I am going to play Source of Power from beginning to end. As soon as we get off air here, I'm going to play the whole album. So everybody's going to get a full Blue Felix in their face, and I'll probably even throw some stuff off the last album in too, because I have several favorites off it as well.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, if you're in Michigan, anything you can do between now and then to, you know, push that show at Machine Shop is definitely greatly appreciated for us too.
Oh, I definitely will. Definitely. Anything for you guys. And once again, thanks for sending that CD out so quick. Oh my God, I was like, did he like put it in the mail right after I talked to him or what?
It was like the next day, but you hit me up right at the right time. We did all those pre-sales, and you actually hit me up right the day before we sent all those out, so it was kind of convenient. I was able to just throw one in there for you and make it happen.
Yeah, well, like I said, I do appreciate it. So
Yeah,
I will definitely help. Like I said, I'm going to keep playing your tracks. You know, several of the other DJs have your tracks, and I'll send some tracks off this new album to them as well. And because it's not just my show that gets requests for you guys. It's pretty much all the DJs get requests for you guys. So,
Cool. Yeah, like I said, we love Michigan, man. It's the home away from home.
yep, Michigan definitely loves you guys. So,
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
okay, well, just make sure they tell the other guy, tell Toxic that one of these days I'm going to talk to his ass.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he'll do an interview at some point too if you want to do another one down the road.
Well, you know, down the road. I mean, we don't need to. I don't like to do them too close together because it just kind of gets monotonous. But definitely, you know, as future things come for the band, then I'm definitely going to hit you guys up again. That's just, you know, that's what I like to do. So,
Absolutely.
all right, take care, guys. Have a good night.
All right, cool, man. Thanks.
Yep, bye.
Bye.